Hey, what's up, guys? It's going to be me today. Sheets is out today for his daughter's birthday. Happy birthday to Ashley. And we'll get into it right away with what I'm planning to do. And then I would love to hear what you guys are doing. So, pretty similar. If you guys happen to watch the earlier show, or for those of you who are premium members, you've seen some of my early lineup builds. Very high on Texas. I really like Colorado at their ownership, but I would prefer the righties just because that wind blowing in. And I really like, let's see who else I've got. I got Oakland mini stacks everywhere. Got some Tampa Bay and a lot of Baltimore. That's sort of the general stacks I'm running out there. Pitchers that I'm highest on: Giolito, Dunning, Snell, Nola, Herman, Berea, Sears. They're all similarly owned, but I do have more Dunning at the moment because I am spending it for bats. I don't think I'm going to end up with as much Dunning just because I do think there's enough value out there to, even if you make a stack, like you can find other pivots and ways to get different. So that's sort of what I'm doing tonight. Hitting position wise, my highest owned catchers are Jonah Heim, Elias Diaz, and Adley Rutschman. My highest owned first basemen are Nate Lowe, CJ Cron, and Ryan O'Hearn. My highest owned second basemen are Tony Kemp, Miguel Vargas, and Marcus Semien. Third baseman, Josh Young, Ryan McMahon, and Paredes, assuming that he's in the lineup. Shortstop, Seager, Rojas, Bobby Witt, Mookie. That's most of my shortstops. Outfield, JD Martinez, Nolan Jones, Brent Rooker, Seth Brown, DeLuca, Taveras in Texas stacks, Aaron Hicks, Santander, Austin Hayes, and Jock Peterson. Those are my main ones. So that's what I'm doing. Tell me what you guys are doing. Say what's up when you get down in here. Ask any questions you want. I'll stick around as long as the questions stay lively and we keep going. But as of right now, I'm pretty set with what I'm going to do tonight. The only thing I'm waiting on, and maybe it hasn't come out yet, is the Tampa Bay lineup, because I do want to figure this out before I commit to everything, because I do have about 15% of my lineups as Tampa Bay stacks, which I think is kind of an interesting off the board one, at least for me. Anyway. Yeah, I mean, just look at what's been happening with Zach Davies. I think this is a time where you want to try and take advantage. What's up to my man, MJ? Good to see you, buddy. Any questions or thoughts? Any ideas? Who are you guys stacking? There's other teams. So I have it Colorado, Texas, a little more Texas maybe. And then I have Tampa Bay and Baltimore for full stacks, Oakland mini stack, and then San Francisco and Miami are the teams that just sort of missed the cut for me today. So let me know what you guys are doing. Let me know what you're thinking, and I'm happy to go through it with you. Just a nice little manageable 13 gamer. It feels like so many less games than yesterday. And yesterday was only 15 compared to 13, but it really felt like a lot less games. So anyway, guys, all right. It's very, 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 very dry today in here. I could talk a little golf if you want to. I posted my builds out there. It's going to be a crazy. I really don't like the golf tournaments as much, where it's like 35 under, but I've done well in on them, so I'm sort of going to keep going. But I'm not really sure how I feel about some of the things this week. Some of the guys I like are going to be a little weird this week, and I'm doing a little course history stuff here. Steven Yeager, I'm very high on. Sung Jae, Hideki, Tom Kim, Aberg, Sam Stevens, Carson Young, Vincent Norman, Taylor Pendrith, Benny On, Chris Kirk. These are the sort of the guys who are Adam Schenk. Those are the guys who I have the most ownership of as of this moment. I'm trying something a little different than my usual style. With this field, I actually am skipping the 10K range for the most part. So that's what I'm doing there. Anyway, real fun show. Not a lot of questions, not a lot of thoughts. Unfortunately, that means I'm probably got to get out of here pretty soon. So just let me know if you do have anything and I will get to it. But if there's nothing in 30 seconds, I'm probably just going to jet. and finish my builds. Looks like I got a message here from Scott McCarty. I say, don't read this till you're off stream. I'm taking a quick look anyways. We don't have much time. How much cash are you willing to leave on the table with a big slate like this? It's a really good question, MJ. And I think the correct answer is, like, in basketball, you don't want to leave money on the table. You really don't want to leave much, maybe 400, 500 if it really suits you, you know, you have a little bit of a game stack. But in general, that's where you want to be for basketball. For baseball, I think you can make an argument in large field, small buy-in to leave any amount on the table if you keep your stack integrity, meaning 5-3, something like that, maybe even 4-4. But I would probably, the general rule I try to use is within 500, because usually I can find other plays, and sometimes I'll make a 4-3-1 that way. Also, it'll differentiate you a little bit. 500 would probably be the regular amount. For single entry, I would probably say 500 to 400. For large field, you can leave, you know, you can leave a couple thousand on the table. I just wouldn't do it for single entry. And even that, it just feels like you're often wasting things. Like, I wouldn't play Dunning over, I don't think Dunning is necessarily a better play than like Herman or Logan Allen. I just think that, like, you're using him because he's 6,100. So I wouldn't leave that 1,900 on the table and play Dunning over those guys. Although it's not actually that big of a difference, but just as an example. It's a really good question, though. And it varies by slate. But on this particular one, I didn't find myself leaving I think I have 400 in a couple places, maybe 500 in one spot. Mostly it's going to be in the 200 or less range, just because I was trying to cram in and I'm spending down on pitching so I can fit in my big bats, which means I'm probably not going to be able to leave much on the table. Anyway, I'm going to answer Scott's here. I'm not going to pull up his thing, but I'm looking at it. I'm just trying to see 2 or 3 single entry lineups. I'm seeing this. Construction looks good. No problem, MJ. Always happy to be here for you, man. Appreciate you for everything. By the way, it looks like the Mets game is a little bit more worrisome than it was. So just keep an eye on that one, and I'll be in Discord. And if anybody has any questions in the premium, I'll probably answer that there, because I think we need to wait a little, still leaving a little bit longer. I want to see if they want to delay it. If they do, it's kind of scary. I don't know what I want to do with that anyway, but is there anything I'm really looking at that heavily in that Mets game? I didn't end up getting to Senga or Miley, and I don't really love the stack, so I'm not all that interested. But I actually don't mind if you wanted to take some bats from there. But like I said, Pete Alonso is too cheap. But so I'm gonna reply to Scott since we have a few questions here. Like the construction, not on most of the same plays except Colorado. All right, seems like we're drying up here, guys. Appreciate you all. Please hit the like button before you get out of here so we can keep doing these videos for free. And otherwise, we will just have to do them for premium members only, and then we can actually show our lineups and stuff. So maybe there's some argument not to. No, I'm just kidding. Like the videos as always. Anyway, appreciate you guys. I'm gonna be around in Discord. If anybody's got any questions, make sure to @ me so I see it. And appreciate you all. Let's have a good golf and a good MLB, good golf weekend, a good MLB night. Yeah, good luck, everybody.